Greetings, fellow adventurers, and welcome to Hazards and Hijinks, the live-action, interactive, fantasy, tabletop, role-playing, improv, comedy show. It's Monday night, it's 8 o'clock, and that means we are going to go on an adventure. But you heard all of that from Captain Good and Plenty, so let's just get down to the nitty-gritty. What's happening tonight? Well, tonight we have a big show for you. Yes, we are premiering a brand new cool adventurer. A new cast member is performing with us tonight. In addition to that, we are going on a great quest built by you, our audience. That's right, we go to our social media every single week and we ask what kind of monster you'd like us to fight and what kind of quest you'd like us to go on. And this week, y'all picked, we asked what was the cutest monster, and y'all picked the ooze. So we're gonna throw oozes at our players today. Maybe a gelatinous cube, maybe like a green jelly, maybe a black pudding. I haven't decided yet, but it's coming their way. In addition to that, we said, what's the most exciting quest that they could go on? And you picked the chase. So at some point, our characters will be chasing someone or will be being chased by someone. And if they manage to succeed in both of these, if they defeat the ooze, if they survive the chase, they will earn themselves level achievements, getting them that much closer to leveling tonight. So that should be very, very exciting, but not as exciting as this next part, which happens to be my favorite part of the show, the part where I introduce to you our players for this evening. Starting out with everyone's favorite goth core girl, put your hands together for Jessamyn Prince as Mildreth Milldew, the human wizard.
Hello, everybody. I'm so excited to be back. I've got a lot of things that I need to do to get my thesis ready, and it's so new school year's about to start. I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be great. We're going to have a good time.
I know you're going to do fantastic. Those midterms are not nearly as dangerous as the finals. That they're you have to fight a dragon. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Up next, we have everyone's favorite martial artist. Put your hands together for Yotsuya as Bricen, Margaritaville, the orc monk.
What's up? I am so excited for another adventure. I can't wait to throw some punches, get a little drunk, cause some mischief. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, that is pretty much my Saturday nights. So let's keep the weekend rolling through. It's good to see you, Bricen. And introducing for the first time ever on this stream, put your hands together for Quin as Rathian Sylvanticus. How do you pronounce that last name, Rathian?
It's Sylvaticus.
Sylvaticus.
Yes.
The elf bard. Put your hands together. Yes, well, we are so very happy to have you here, Rathian. We look forward to this, your first adventure. Well, now that we've got our cast together, we are ready to get things started. And let's get things started the way we always do, with a hearty huzzah. And join in if you feel like it at home. It's super fun. 3, 2, 1, huzzah! Huzzah! All right, So, Bricen and Mildreth are sitting at the Broken Tankard Tavern, having themselves a drink, when the door suddenly flies open and several orcs in very tight black shirts wearing black sunglasses walk in. They quickly survey the area and then they stand by the door as a bunch of goblins with cameras come in and they're taking all these pictures. Lights flashing everywhere as a tall, lithe elf walks through the door. This, I think Bricen knows that this is Rathian Sylvanticus, world-renowned elf bard, and they it has been reported that they've been going on some type of tour in the area, and so you're quite surprised that they've made it all the way down to Oakvale. But yeah, that is a living legend, a quintessential pop star in the Broken Tankard Tavern. The tavern master is cleaning one of his tankards and just looks and goes, What do you do? Rathian, how do you introduce yourself to this small community of orcs and durgars?
Hello there, everyone. Little people. Hi. I'm just gonna scooch in here if you don't mind. There we go. Hi. What a quaint little place we have here.
A durgar sits beside you. You're like a big star, huh?
You are too kind. I mean, yeah, kind of, yeah.
Well, we ain't had a big star in here for quite some time. Not since Snarl Blastwind. But, you know, some say she's past her prime.
Yeah. I don't know if I've quite heard that one, but yeah. I've been all over in Profia, so you probably heard of me a little bit.
The tavern master leans over. So are you putting on a show here or just causing everyone to behave like a bunch of buffoons?
Well, I am putting on a show, actually, a big show for this quaint place. Everyone's very excited about it, as you can see. Could I get a drink, please? Just the most expensive thing you have on the menu would be great.
You got it. The tavern master heads back towards the bar. Bricen, what do you do?
I would like to walk straight up to Rathian and just like slide, kind of just elbow my way next to them. Be like, hi, oh my God, hello, do you remember me?
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's my boy. Bring it in,
What's
buddy.
I'll give you a hug. Wow. So
Lots of goblins take pictures of this. Oh, wow, look at how Ray is so good with their fans.
Right? They're so great. Oh my God. So you're on tour right now?
I am. Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah, it's going amazing. I mean, everywhere has just been so lovely, you know, and you look at you looking so well. Look at those muscles. Yes, King.
In the corner, you notice there is a tall, very well-dressed ivy leaf elf, just like Rathian, although this ivy leaf elf is older and has like bags under their eyes, and there's just an air of sinister energy to them. Unfortunately, that's all the time Rathian can give to her fans.
Their fans.
Their fans, yes. Rathian, you need to get yourself some rest. I'll take care of the arrangements with this tavern master, but you need to be well rested for the show.
Yes, I suppose so. You know how it is. It's just so exhausting being on tour. I just can't even. But
I've never been on tour, so I have no clue.
That's why I'm your manager. I take care of all the unimportant details so you can just focus on creating the magic.
Right. Yes, the magic. Definitely great in that.
Are you a magician or a caster? Those are two very different things.
Oh no. Well, sorry, what was your name again?
Oh, my name is Mildreth Milldew. I'm sorry. I just it felt like you just knew everybody automatically, but yeah.
Oh, you're too kind. No. My powers of perception aren't that great. No. Yes. Well, it was something from my land. It's called a figure of speech. I don't know if you.
We have those in my land too. Also, I'm pretty sure the orcs are familiar as well. It's not a very unique thing. We all have. Okay, so you play an instrument then? You're a musician?
Wow, yes, that is what I'm most known for. I've also done, some other projects, acting and comedy, but the instruments, the instruments is what I'm most familiar with. Yes.
Oh, okay. Do you have is there a place we could buy like tickets for your show? I'm afraid I'm not very familiar, but I'm just a nerd. I wouldn't know things.
Sorry, tiny human. As I said, while Rathian wants to connect with their fans, they have a very busy day ahead of them tomorrow and they need their rest. If you have any questions about tickets,
Sure.
well, I am their manager, so I can address you to our ticketers located just by the pop-up arena that we have built just outside of town.
Oh, did you ask Frank if you could use his farm space for that? Because that's a lot of equipment you're setting up.
Frank discovered that he's actually a very big fan of our star Rathian here.
Interesting phrasing. Okay.
Well, a lot of people discover rising talent. That's why it's so important to have a manager.
Sure. Just like I've seen Frank drunk in here many times, and he every single time just rages about how much he hates musicians. So you must be really good. You must, if Frank likes you.
Indeed, I am quite skilled at negotiation. As I was saying, Rathian, you should retire. The tavern master comes back with an extremely expensive looking bottle of wine and sets it down. Rathian, you grab it. Do you make your way up to the rooms or do you go outside? What do you do?
I grab the bottle of wine and I whisper something to my manager, and then I walk outside the tavern saying something about getting some air.
Talent. Fickle brand they are.
So tickets, right?
Yes, tickets are located at the ticketer, at the ticket box just outside near Frank's farm.
Gotcha.
Oh,
okay. You're putting the ticket box right through where his fences. I feel like he wouldn't like that.
I assure you, I've managed the situation. Suddenly there's a loud slam as all of the security orcs have disappeared. You turn and look at the door as the last few of the goblin photographers run out, following Rathian wherever they were going. When you turn back around, the manager is gone.
Musician types their musicians are good, but I feel like the managers you gotta look out for.
The music industry will eat you alive. Bunch of fucking ghouls.
Yeah. I hope Frank's okay.
Well, go check.
Okay.
You two haven't earned your rent here this month at all. You just been sitting here ordering salads, telling me I'm not making cocktails right. Why don't you go investigate, Frank? See how he's doing.
You can't just put a shrimp in a cup with ketchup. I'm sorry, it's actually.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, you're gonna stop me, little missy?
No, I'm just not gonna eat it.
I thought you were vegan.
I know, that's why I don't want to eat it.
Anyway.
I don't want to eat it. Stop yelling.
I also put rubbing alcohol in there too, because I understand a cocktail.
See, this is where I disagree, but okay.
Well, you can disagree yourself right out of here and go check out Frank's.
Okay.
Fine. I was gonna do it anyways.
Well, and we wanted to get tickets, right? So.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go do that. But because we wanted to, not because you yelled at us, because I want you to understand that is not a proactive way of getting people to do what you want. I mean, it works, but it's mean.
And with that, Mildreth and Bricen make their way out of the Broken Tankard Tavern. You see Rathian just kind of standing there downing the bottle of wine that they had before. It doesn't look like the security orcs are around, or even the goblin paparazzi. They've all seemed to either have been shooed away by them, or are off running an errand. But Rathian kind of looks a little despondent, a little very drunk, which makes sense because that was a very vintage bottle of elven wine, and it kills most people who drink the whole bottle. So it is quite impressive that Rathian is not deceased, but they're also looking like they're a little despondent, as if they are frustrated about the situation. What do you two do?
I'm gonna make my way over and be like, so how's that wine?
The what?
The wine. Is it good?
Oh,
You seem to have gotten...
it's great. It's half gone.
That's
I'm
impressive.
I'm really good at drinking. Don't worry. I have a little belt with like little potions. I can just take one and then I'm just like not drunk anymore. It's crazy. But yeah,
Wow.
I love booze.
I should invest in one of those.
One of the paparazzi goblins come running back up. So Ray, we got you these. These were the only drinks we could find in town. They're from the audience. Here you go. It's 3 health potions, 3 magic potions for you.
Oh my god, thank you. Okay.
Yes, you've been gifted 3 magic potions from the audience. Thank you, audience, for that. They're probably going to need it. Just to let you know how the manager feels about you staying out too late, burning the midnight oil.
Manager. Oh my god. He thinks that he owns me? Doesn't own me. I do what I want. I'm independent elf. I take one of the potions, health potions, the audience gave me, and I uncork it, and I'm like, just 1 second. And I just, say hello. And all of a sudden, woo! I'm sober.
That's an excellent use of a magic potion. Well done. You also have 6 bonus HP, so your HP is now 18. As it gave you additional HP.
Like,
You guys are so sweet.
Your skin is literally glowing right now. It's amazing.
It is?
Yeah. You're really pretty.
Whoa. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
we were just headed over to try to get some tickets for the show, right?
Oh,
Bricen?
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been to one of your shows, but you always were talking about it whenever we hung out. So like I'm so excited to like be able to see you perform. It's gonna be great.
Oh, you're so sweet. You know what? I sort of look past Mildred and Mildreth and Bricen at the tavern, where I see my manager lingering in the window and, kind of leering at me. And I see him and I look back at them and I say, why don't I join you two?
And get tickets to your own show?
Well, not quite that. Tickets are actually practically sold out, but if I went with you on your little adventure, then I could for sure get you guys in and make sure you get tickets.
Just that'd be really nice, because we haven't had a show here in like ever. So I'd be really excited to get to see it. I've never been to a concert before, even anywhere. So like just to hang out with someone that's like a rock star is really exciting.
It's you guys. Oh well, yes. I wonder why there hasn't been a show in this tiny town. But anyway, yes, love to help you out.
And so Rathian, Mildreth, and Bricen made their way outside of town into the Oakvale Farms area, where they found Frank's farm had been completely demolished. It looked like it had been quickly broken down of all of its parts, and the house itself, the homestead, the farm, even the fencing had all been repurposed into this enormous pop-up arena that looks like it could seat well over twice as many people as who actually lives in the Oakvale area. Right by the entrance to the arena is a small little box that says ticket booth with a goblin just reading the newspaper. The newspaper says Gobblerazzi, tattling the truth for all those truth tattlers. Ho, 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 ho. I can't believe Snarla Blastwind is seeing that person again. Crazy. Ho, 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 ho.
Personal. Oh, hello, hello. Tap, 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 tap. Hello.
He taps the window as well, next to a sign that says tickets sold out.
Oh,
We need 3 tickets, please.
Yeah, and I need a new I need to renegotiate the mortgage for my house with the bank. But you don't see me going to the Duergar banking association at this hour. We're closed and we're sold out, kid.
then why are you here?
Because I'm also security. He takes off his ticket booth hat and he puts on a hat that says security. I'm the security goblin.
Shouldn't you be patrolling or something?
No, that's what the hellhounds are for. In the distance you hear.
Oh.
Okay, I push through Bricen and Mildreth to the booth. All right, listen, buddy, look at this face. Does it seem familiar?
The goblin holds up the Gobblerazzi paper. Oh my gosh, you're Rathian oh wow. Wow.
Yeah.
You're in the show. You are the show.
I am the show. Yeah.
Oh, do you think I can get an autograph?
Look, I will give you an autograph if you give 2 VIP tickets to my little new friends here, these wonderful locals.
Yes.
Never been
Okay.
VIP.
Of course, yeah, we'll get him VIP passes. He rummages through what sounds like drawers inside the ticket booth, and he pulls out 2 wristbands. All right, put your hand in the little hole there.
Sure.
Put my hand in.
Puts a wristband on each of you. There you go. That'll get you access backstage, the green room, the after party, the after party, the band party, the pre-show party, the pre-show party. That one has the buffet, and of course the all of the unicorn that you can ingest.
Sounds exhausting.
It is.
Oh, I'm so
It
excited.
ain't easy having this much fun, but that's show business.
I grab a nearby pen in the security person's hand and write a little signature and then close the little window door and on him and turn back to my new friends and I'm like, all right, let's move away from there.
Sure.
Okay.
And move away they did as they heard the sound of the hellhounds howling closer.
Have you met Frank Rathian?
It's Rathian, actually.
Thank you for correcting me, Rathian. Have you met Frank personally?
I can't say that I have. We just honestly just kind of strolled in here in our little cavalry and tour essentials, and my manager just said, oh, Rathian, go off over there and play your little music or something. And then I just heard a bunch of commotion in this general vicinity, and I was like, what's going on? And my manager was like, don't worry about it. So I just kind of went back to doing the old unicorn 14. Then the rest is kind of a blur. But I might have seen a man of some kind running out of the area around that time that we arrived. But that's all I remember, honestly.
Mildreth, you sound a little concerned. Would you like to use a skill to perhaps investigate the area?
Yeah, I think that's about where I'm at right now. I think I'm moving away from the hellhounds, but I would like to do a scan of the area and like the place where his house used to be, because just Frank he's the one who grew all the best eggplants in town, and without Frank's farm, I'm not gonna have any eggplants anymore. And
Yeah,
also, I'm worried about Frank. Right? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I mean, Frank, delightful man, hated music, but grew a mean aubergine, and you can't beat that. So yeah, let's roll an investigation check. That is one of your skills, so that's a D20 for 26. So that'll be open-ended. The better you roll, the better you do. The more I'll tell you.
Okay.
21. All right. Yes. You can definitely see that it looks like the house was torn down very quickly and almost violently. He's trampled over most of the aubergine fields, crushing them. You see the crushed aubergines under what looks like the feet of orc security guards. But you're not quite sure. There seems to be something off about the gait of these footprints. And the only thing that's remaining from the farm that hasn't been repurposed is a well. And as you approach the well, you see what looks like a little bit of orc blood on the lip of the well, and you can, as you get closer, you can hear, "Help me! Help me!"
Hello? Is there somebody down there?
Yes, wait, is that Mildreth?
Frank, are you okay?
Well, no, I was pushed out. I was hit with a rock in my head, and then I was pushed down this well.
I'm so sorry.
Well, it's okay. I mean, I want to say the water broke my fall, but more accurately, it broke my legs.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but
Okay. Right.
And normally I'm a self-reliant man. I'd crawl myself out of this situation, but I also broke my arms.
Oh, Frank.
Yeah.
You're very calm right now for what is essentially a paraplegic man down a well.
Well, yeah, I think it has something to do with what else is down here.
There's something down there?
What's down there?
Yeah, so the tall feller, the elf, he tried to purchase my property, and I said, well, no, I provide Oakvale and Oakdale and pretty much all the vales around here with the best vegetables and the meanest aubergines this side of the impassable desert. And I planted my feet, and I said, I might do it for some type of theatrical performance. I love my plays.
You are.
I love my figmentas, but no, he said this was for music, and I said, there's one thing I can't stand, and that's musicians. And then wham, hit in the head, pushed down the well. And, I thought I was dead, but then I came to, I wiggled my head, and I said, oh, good. All right. I can wiggle my head. And then I tried to move my arms, and those were right proper broken. And then I tried to move my legs, and those were also right proper broken. But thankfully I am a rotund gentleman, so I kept buoyancy. And so I started hollering, and then that pointy-eared feller, he comes looking back in, and then he pours a potion down in here, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been pretty mellow since then. I mean, when I hear foots, I weakly call out, but to be honest, I think I'm quite content with just melting away down here.
Right. Okay, Frank, you hang tight there, buddy. Okay, we're gonna figure something out. All right.
I appreciate that.
Okay. I don't know what to do, because I feel like if Frank saw what happened to his farm, he would wish death upon himself. So if anyone has some alternative ideas on how we can help Frank.
Well, we can't leave him down there because that's just. I mean, the potion's going to wear off. That just seems really mean. And that's just no life to live, just stuck at the bottom of a well. So I
Right.
think we need to get him out regardless.
Sure.
And then maybe just deal with the concert after. Maybe he'll be very impressed. I mean, it's an
Yeah.
impressive structure.
Oh, I mean, it's big. It's probably the biggest stage I've ever seen. But yeah, okay. Because I can do some medicine stuff, but he's gotta be up here. When he's
Just
down there,
then
there's
you
not
hear
a lot
some
I can do.
growling. And the three of you turn around and you see large dogs with pitch black fur and glowing red eyes. Their jowls drip black ichor, and when it lands on the ground, it sparks and slightly ignites. And it's the whole the dogs smell like wet dog and sulfur. As they step towards you.
Oh my god, look at
Hellhound.
the big puppy. Oh, that's so
Ooh,
good.
that's not a good puppy. That's not a good puppy. Oh,
The
God.
Oh, these
good.
are dogs. You could do something.
The three hellhounds jump towards Mildreth and Bricen. Let's roll a d6. Oh, but they miss all three of you. They jump and try to bite, but they don't quite land. You dodge out of the way. That would make it the first person, the fastest person would be Mildreth. Mildreth, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna do a simple attack with my book and smack the closest one on the nose and be like, bad dog, bad.
Yes, indeed. You smack the closest one for 1d6 of damage. Let's roll the attack. Ooh, 4 points of damage.
It's a heavy
Yeah.
book.
That smacks the dog. The dog is right. That smacks the hellhound right in the nose.
No.
It whimpers and it runs back behind the other two. That would make it Rathian's turn. Rathian, what would you like to do?
This is a lot of information. First of all, I don't control those hellhounds. Okay, that is all my manager. And I don't know anything that's happening here. Frank seems like a perfectly nice man. I look out for number one, but I don't go try crushing the number twos. This is crazy. I had no idea how insane he was.
Frank is
dogs.
not a perfect person, but yeah, continue.
Oh no. Okay. I pat myself, trying to figure out what to do to get these dogs not to kill us, and I just yank this potion out of my potion belt that does something. I'm hoping that it will somehow get the dogs stuck where they are, so that way we can have enough time to save Frank and not die. And I throw it at them, and I want to roll for something.
Yes.
What do I roll for, voice in the sky?
That's going to be a D. We're rolling a D20. We're trying to beat 12.
Okay. Oh no.
All right, now you failed. You can take the fail, or you can bump it up with EP to a success. You'll have to burn. You'd have to burn 4 EP to bump it up to a success.
Nah. I'll burn the EP. I feel bad.
All right, burning the EP. You managed to turn it into a success. You quickly throw together a potion. You throw it at the hellhounds. It smashes right in front of the hellhounds, and it produces a delightful vanilla and honey aroma that just fills the whole area. And the hellhounds just start licking it up, and they immediately all fall down incapacitated.
Wow.
Oh, sleepy puppies.
Yes.
That was amazing. You got all 3 of them with just 1 potion. You have a lot of skills. You are very talented.
Oh,
They're so cool.
thank you.
Yeah. Does anyone have a rope?
I heard motion from down here, and you may be a musician, and so you're technically the scum of the earth. But if you ever give up on that ludicrous idea of producing music, I think you'd make a great apothecary.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. I have rope in my shed.
Your shed is gone, Frank.
What?
Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out.
No, I'm cool. This potion's made me mellow. I'm okay.
All right. Let's go to where his shed used to be. Maybe there's still some rope there.
All right. Based on your last investigation check, you are able to backtrack to where his shed used to be. There are a lot of supplies, but rope is not one of them. Bricen, did you follow, or are you doing your own kind of stuff? I know you were pretty interested in the hellhounds.
I am petting the hellhounds. They're all like knocked out. I'm just giving them head scratches. You know, they seemed really stressed. I think that's why they tried to attack. They were really stressed. So I would like to pet the hellhounds.
All right. Are you skilled in animal handling?
No.
Okay, well then let's roll a d20. This is going to be a charisma check. We'll set this check at 12. So we're going to roll a d20, 12 or better. What was that? 19. All right, yes. The hellhounds drowsy kind of open their eyes, and their eyes immediately burst with infernal fire. But they don't growl. They are like, and they start licking your hand. It burns real bad. It's not a pleasant experience as these dogs are powered by hellfire. But they're licking your hand and jumping up on you. Their claws are scratching into your skin as they're just giving you all kinds of demonic love.
Yes, it's such good dogs. You're so good, aren't you? Hurts a little bit, but it's okay. You're so good.
Suddenly a voice fills your mind. We are good boys. We are wicked good boys. You tell him. I will. You tell him as well. I will. Hey, you are now master. What should we do now, master? Should we follow old plans of old master? Or should we do something else? Should we scourge the land, devour children, and incur the inevitable wrath of the demonic hordes upon this plane?
That's not my plans. So I'm just saying, if you're gonna be hanging out with me, and I would love for you guys to hang out with me. You guys are such good boys. We're not doing any of that.
The hellhounds look at each other. Well, master, what will we be doing?
Well, getting into fights. I like to drink. I don't know if you guys like to drink, but drinking.
Drinking the blood of the innocent?
Adventures.
Ooh, love adventures.
Yeah. Well, right now we're going to be helping out my very good friends. So yes, that's the plan right now.
All right, master, how can we help?
Were you here when this area was destroyed? We're trying to find some rope.
No, we were summoned by the former master, and then he told us we must watch this area.
Gotcha. Can you find rope?
They quickly run off, and they come back with a black infernal chain etched with diabolical runes of hell. We were able to find this, master.
Oh,
Wow.
that's my manager's thingy. He calls it his special string. Takes it with him everywhere.
Yes, we found it in the master's. We found it in the master's cabin.
Oh, is your manager gonna be mad at me now that I took the dogs?
I mean, I'm honestly not that happy with him either at the moment. So I think that we'll figure that one out later.
Okay.
Frank, we're gonna send a chain down. You just
All right, just lower it on down. I mean, I don't know how exactly. I'll grab it with my teeth.
okay.
Yeah, that seems like the best course of action.
Yeah.
And so who's going to lower the chain? It will require an athletics check to lower it to Frank and then pull Frank back up. Or you can go through it through some other skill. Or if you just try and lower it, but don't use an athletics check, it's going to be a strength check. So that'll just be a D20. But if you can justify it through another skill that you might have, I might take it.
Yeah. I do have athletics.
Okay. Well,
so
then
I will.
Bricen takes the chain and begins lowering it down into the well. You eventually lower it to its maximum. You're barely holding on to the end of it. Well, all right, yeah, I see it. I'm gonna. Let it go, kiddo.
Okay, I'm gonna start pulling it up.
All right, this is going to be an athletics check. We're going to set the athletics check at 18. So a 1d20 plus a 1d6. 13. You just barely missed it. You can take the failure, or you can burn some EP to turn it into a success.
I'll burn that EP.
All right, it's going to cost you 3 EP to turn it into a success. You begin pulling Frank up. And it's getting like tougher. The further you pull up, the more it seems to resist against it. And you're pulling and you're pulling and you're pulling. And the chain, which was warm, as it was infused with devilish energy, is actually now like hot, but in a different kind of way. It's like stinging. It's like burning as you're pulling it up. And you can see it's kind of like smoking and eroding very, very quickly as you pull Frank up to the surface, and you can see that Frank has fused with a green jelly. His arms, his legs have been consumed completely by this ooze. So he's just a head and a torso hanging on. He's like, "Argh!" And the green jelly immediately begins pouring out of the well as well, because you just pulled the whole thing out, and it immediately like overfloods and spreads out, and Frank's like, and Frank's torso and head kind of tumble out of the green ooze as the green ooze forms back up, and a almost like a wave tries to collapse on top of you. 3, 4, 1d. Let's roll a 1d6 because it's attacking. 2. That is going to hit. That's going to hit Bricen and Rathian. So Bricen, that beat you by 1. So that's something kind of bad, or a little bit of damage. Which would you prefer?
Damage.
Okay, yeah, you take a little bit of damage. It doesn't land on you, but it splashes in front of you, sending a spray of acid. So you take acid damage for 3 points of damage. Rathian, this beat you. This just barely beat you. So it can do something weird, or you can take a tiny little bit of damage.
Something weird.
All right. Yes. It also splashes in front of you, and droplets of the ooze fly, and they land on your feet, fusing your shoes to the ground. Like they melt your shoes to the ground, so you're stuck. So technically, you're incapacitated. You can still attack. You can still do checks, but you can't move until you spend a round removing your shoes. So that's the action you can take, or you can attack or use a skill. But you'll have to, if you want to move, you'll have to take off your shoes. That's essentially the weird thing that's happened to you, is you're now super glued to the ground.
Okay, well, I really liked these shoes.
They are very nice shoes that
I
are
know.
slowly melting into the ground. All right, that make it Bricen. Bricen, you're up first. What would you want to do?
Well, I don't like being covered in goo. It's just that was not fun at all.
Nope.
So I'm going to just lay a punch onto the ooze.
Okay, yeah.
That wasn't cool.
Is this a simple, standard, or power attack?
Make it a simple attack.
All right, let's roll a 1d6. Ooh, 6. Yeah, you clock that ooze with your fist, doing 6 points of damage to it. However, as you punch into the ooze, your fist connects with the membranous surface of the ooze, and then it punctures through, and your arm kind of goes into the ooze. You pull it out, and it does acid damage to your arm for 6 points of damage as well, as it burns, just like burns your arm like oh yeah, it's nasty. That would make it Rathian's turn. Rathian, what do you want to do?
Okay, these shoes, okay, they're melting. I'm gonna take them off. I
Okay.
take off my shoes, and now I'm just barefoot on the ground, which,
Yes, but you can also move. You can move. You can't take another action, but you can move away from the sludge, or you can move towards it.
Okay. Well, Frank did say that I had some skills for the apothecary. Ooze is just a giant potion, right?
Yes.
So, I'm gonna do Arcana check, because I can do that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna whip out another potion from my just self, and I whisper something onto it like an incantation, and I just yeet it at the ooze.
Okay, that's a lot. I'm gonna say you can probably do the Arcana check to figure out what, because oozes are arcane monsters, so you can do an Arcane check to figure out what would be most effective against this ooze, as you just watched Bricen shove his hand in there and he almost lost it. So yes, I'll let you do the Arcana check first, because you can't do all of that. So let's roll the Arcana check. So 1d20 plus 1d6. It's open-ended. The better you do, the better you do. 13. All right. Yes, you're able to identify that this is a green jelly, which is a particularly nasty type of ooze because it's extremely acidic. It's the most acidic of the bunch. If you physically attack it, whatever damage you do to it, just by interacting with it in a physical capacity, it's going to do that damage back to you. Like if you attack it with a sword, it's going to spray acid on you. If you punch it, you're just going to punch through it. So you have to do ranged attacks or magic attacks. Green jellies are particularly susceptible to chocolate. Chocolate eats through them like salt through a slug. So if you can brew up some type of chocolate potion next round, that would probably do a substantial amount of damage to the green jelly. Do you relay this information to the rest of the team?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Give him the,
Yeah, you shout all of this to the team. Chocolate, don't punch. Well, how would you say it? How would you relay the information quickly? Because there's the thing's sledging around, and
I would say chocolate, no touchy.
I love it.
Yeah.
Chocolate, no touchy. Yeah. Oh, the audience wants you to yeet. All right, Mildreth, what do you do?
Too.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I won't eat your chocolate. I'm sorry. I was even thinking about it.
No.
So.
That's a damn good joke, Mildreth. Give yourself 2 EP or 2 HP. Your choice.
I'm always gonna take more EP. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got a lot going on in my noggin right now. But a lot of it has to do with how intact that chain is.
The chain is intact.
Okay.
It looks like it's about 2 feet shorter than it was, because when it got pulled out, Bricen just kind of dropped it and the green jelly landed on it and it's been eating it. But where it did a lot of damage very, very quickly to Bricen, it's really struggling to chew through these chains because they're infernal chains. They've been enchanted in some capacity to resist the conditions of hell, which are much stronger than a green jelly.
Indeed they are. So I would like to use my wand, which gives me a bit of a bonus against monstrosities, to cast a spell on this chain to invigorate it with a ghostly spirit bent on murdering green slime.
All right, I love it. All right, let's roll the Arcana check. I'm going to set this, because you're using a Raise the Dead spell. We'll set this at 16. So 1d20 plus 2d6.
Thank you.
$13. You just barely missed
No,
it.
I don't. I use my EP to make this successful, please and thank you.
All right, yes, you can burn 2 EP to make it into a success, or you can burn 6 EP to make it into a critical success.
Oh, no, I don't know. Critical success doesn't sound very much like me. So I'll take just a good old average A-.
All right, yeah. You pull out your wand and cast the spell. The chain lifts into the air as ectoplasm forms around it and forms a chain devil. This probably was the original owner of this infernal chain, and he's got nails coming out of his head. He's got chains and tight leather wrapped all over his body, and really, really red lipstick. He looks at you and he gives you a wink, and then he just starts wailing on the green jelly with the chain, just like, bad boy, bad, wham, just like really going to town on it. We're gonna count
That's
this
something that my manager did. That I saw him doing a lot.
That's gonna be a free power attack. So let's roll 3d6.
Ooh.
Nine points of damage. Yes. Yeah. No. It starts cutting through the jelly, and just doing massive amounts of damage. The jelly actually like kind of ripples and splits and melts down into 2 puddles. That would make it the jelly's turn. We're going to roll a 1d4, and Rathian, odd or even?
This whole night has been odd. So odd.
Okay, yes. One of the puddles reforms into a slightly smaller green jelly and lurches towards you. Let's roll a d6. 5. That's going to hit everybody unless you want to burn some EP to avoid the damage.
I feel like I might need my EP later.
Okay. So Mildreth's taking the hit. Bricen, are you taking the hit?
Yeah, I don't have much EP to burn.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
How much EP do I have?
You need to burn you burned 4, so you have 5 left.
Okay.
You can also use one of your 2 magic potions to restore your EP.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I'll burn some.
Okay, it's gonna cost you 3 to have it miss you. So you burn 3, you're down to 2 left. But yeah, you quickly jump out of the way as the smaller green jelly lurches towards the other 2 and slams down on them with a wave of acid. Bricen, that beat you by 4. So that is a lot of damage or something considerably bad.
I'll take something considerably bad.
Okay, yes. When it slams down on you, you take 3 points of damage, and the acid mixes with the earth kind of below you, and you begin sinking into the earth surrounding the well. And so you're just kind of sinking down into it, essentially to where it's just your head. Your AC is now 0, and you'll have to perform an athletics check to get out before you can do anything else. And that would make it Mildreth. Mildreth, it beat you by, your AC is, yeah, so it beat you by 2. So that's a fair amount of damage or something pretty bad.
I don't have a lot of health, so I'm gonna go with something pretty bad.
Okay, yes. The splash, the wave kind of hits you full on, and it lifts you up, and it kind of catches like your clothes, and it starts melting your clothes. But you kind of ride the momentum of the wave as it kind of falls back, and it tosses you down into the well.
Oh.
You are now falling down the well. That would make it Rathian's turn. Rathian, what do you want to do?
Oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I want to do?
I believe in you.
Got this.
They're not in good shape, are they? I want to be in good shape so that way I can help them be in better shape.
There you go.
Okay. Get it together, Rathian. What I do is I do a performance check.
I love it.
I don't know. I feel like if I like sing something, it might make it better. I don't know.
Yeah, let's go for it. A performance check. You're just trying to make the situation better.
Isn't there like some kind of like musical magic thing that I can do?
Yeah, you can do anything with a performance check. You're a bard, but I'm asking specifically, what would you like to do with it? Do you want it to attack the green jelly? Do you want it to restore your allies? Do you want it to make the green jelly turn into a statue? Do you want it to make the celestial kitten come down and like make all of this go away? Like,
Manifest a
you're
bunch of
the
chocolate.
magician, you're the bard. What do you want to do with your magic?
Okay. I want to play a little song that will make it so my friends are okay and the jelly turns back into Frank.
I love it. All right. Then I'm going to say this, we're going to set this spell at 18. So roll the D20 plus the 1D6 on the performance check. Oh, did I say 16 or did I say 18?
16.
Oh, well then you made it. Yes, you did it. All right. Sing the song.
All right. My friends are not doing good, but now they are. Yeah, friends. And no more green jelly. Goodbye, green jelly.
I love the current state of pop music. I think it's just really reached the pinnacle of its art form. Yes, from your ukulele, music forms and consolidates into a magic ray, which strikes Bricen and pulls him out of the ground. He's standing in his battle position, ready for the next attack. The music continues and flows down the well, picking up
Ooh.
Mildreth.
Hey, don't touch me there.
And
thank you.
setting Mildreth down before returning back to the green jelly as it lurches towards you, and then it quickly solidifies and coagulates and turns back into Frank. who staggers down. And he's like, "Oh my gosh!" because he's completely naked. So yeah, you can definitely see his eggplant, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, gents and madam, and persons. Let me. However, you notice the head and torso of Frank are also where they rolled out of the green jelly when they first got pulled out. So there are now two Franks. There's whole Frank, and there's melted Frank. And melted Frank goes, "Well, come over here and get my hat and cover yourself, my man."
Yeah, that seems like a good plan. Frank and Frank too. How we feeling, you guys?
Well, I'm a tad embarrassed, but I think I'm doing all right.
It's natural to be born naked. It's like this is just a way of life.
Yeah. I didn't mean to judge. I'm working on that.
We just wanted to give you some privacy.
Yeah.
That's all. Now that you've got the hat, we can eye contact. All right.
Looking great.
Yeah. Melted Frank goes, "Well, I'm kind of melted.
Right.
Not exactly a fan of that. But I'm gonna just focus on the positive. Y'all, thank you for saving me."
Yeah, sure. So he just straight up doesn't have arms or legs anymore, or they are like there but very damaged?
Oh no, they're completely melted to nothing.
Super gone. Okay, great. Well, we can work with this, Frank. We can get you some accessibility tools, and like we could talk to someone about building you a wheelchair. Like it's gonna be okay,
Well,
Frank.
I don't want to speak out of turn. I know I'm new, Frank, and I might be a clone, and I might just be sentient green jelly in the form of Frank. I'm not entirely sure. That's an existential quandary that I am not equipped to handle at this moment.
Okay.
However,
Right.
knowing me, looking around at my farm being completely destroyed,
Yeah, about that.
not having arms and legs, I would say, please, new Frank, put me out of my misery. Melted Frank goes, "Well, I don't know about that. I think that's a bridge too far."
Yeah. He can see it's when you say stuff like that makes me think maybe you're not a clone and you are actually still slime. Can I do an investigation check, please?
Yes, you can. Let's roll it in. Well, this would technically be an Arcana check.
I will do that,
so
and I am still holding my wand, which means I get an extra d6 on that.
Yes, you do. So 1d20 plus 2d6. We'll set this check, because you're specifically trying to identify it, we'll set it at 12. 17. Yes, you quickly pass your wand over, and no, he is in fact an exact duplicate, a cloned duplicate of Frank. But you do notice that the green jelly is like because remember where it's split into two and only one of them lurched back up. The other is moving towards Frank, and you notice it begins to lift Frank up.
New Frank or old Frank?
Old Frank, melted Frank.
Melted Frank.
Oh, not melted Frank.
Ah.
Oh, okay, this is happening. Guys, peoples, persons, ladies, gent, I'm help, as melted Frank is slowly being pulled away by the green jelly. As soon as he starts shouting help, though, the green jelly begins just moving real fast and begins rolling down this hill. Frank is still like in the center of it, because as it's rolling, it's repositioning itself. So it's like this. Oh, this is making me hella seasick.
You come back here with our Frank. He's still a valuable member of our community. Excuse me, Mrs. Slime, whatever thing.
All right. So now we have entered the chase So what's going to happen is every round I'm going to roll a d6. Depending on the roll, that's going to tell how far away the green jelly has gotten from you, and then your actions, depending on how well you roll or what you decide to do, will dictate how close you're getting to it. You have 4 rounds to catch the ooze. All right, so let's start. Let's roll the first d6. 4. All right, yeah, it's getting pretty far away from you because it had that head start. So it's about 40 yards in front of you. So I'm going to set the DC for whatever you decide to do. If you use any of your skills, the DC is going to be set at 16. So you have to do a 16 or better to get a success to catch up to the ooze. So because this is a quickness challenge right off the bat, that means Bricen is going to go first. So Bricen, what would you like to do?
I'm just going to sprint on after. I have athletics.
All right. Yes, athletics. Let's roll that d20 plus a 1d6. And again, we're trying to beat 16. Oh, 12. You can burn some of your EP to make it a success, or you can take the 12.
I'll take the 12.
All right, you take the 12. You begin running, and you get about 25 yards, but you're running down a hill, so you're also trying not to topple over. You know that thing where it's like, I gotta run fast, but also I can't like somersault. So you're slowing yourself down. That would make it Rathian's turn. Rathian, what would you like to do?
Oh boy, it just keeps getting worse. Nature. This is kind of naturey. Am I right? We're
Yeah.
outside. Can I roll a nature check and see if I can do nature stuff?
Yeah, of course. Let's set the nature check at 16. So 1d20 plus 1d6. 17. All right, yes. You notice that there are a couple of stones that seem relatively loose. And so you quickly run and you jump onto one of these stones, and it topples out from the ground and it begins rolling, and it picks up a ton of momentum. You jump off of it, and the rock slams into the green jelly right on its side, which causes it to slow down as it, because it's liquid, it's viscous. So when the rock hits it, it splatters out and it has to reform itself before it can continue rolling. That would make it Mildreth's turn. Mildreth, what do you do?
Okay, so I'm gonna try to do something a little bit weird, and it might not work. But
Okay.
I've got my ability. Usually I use it out of combat, called establishing boundaries, where I can shift myself to the astral plane. And I'm wondering if I do it in just the right, maybe I can pop out of existence and pop back in front of the slime.
Yes, I think that is definitely doable. To pull that off, we're going to need to roll an occult check at
Okay.
16.
Okay.
So a d20 plus a 1d6. 24. Yes, you quickly phase out of reality, entering the ethereal plane. And the ethereal plane doesn't, you can see everything. It looks the same, but it's all hazy and black and white and not really there. But when you take a step forward, you're immediately in front of the ooze, because the ethereal plane is based off of thought. So the more you think about something, the more you can manifest it. So you quickly get in front of the ooze and you phase back into reality, just as the ooze begins to form again.
I'm immediately noticing a flaw in my plan. Oh, okay.
Okay. Now
Coming right for me.
it's the green jelly's turn. So we are going to roll 2d6, and we're going to pick the lower result. 3. So the jelly begins moving forward. Mildreth, you quickly jump out of the way as it rolls, because Bricen's running. So it's only about 20 yards in front of you. It hasn't built up a ton of momentum. It's not very far. So we are going to set the check on this at 12. So whatever you do, the check you're trying to beat is 12. So Bricen, you're up first. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna keep sprinting right for it.
Okay, yeah, let's roll another athletics check. 1d20 plus 1d6. 13, yes. You successfully catch up to it, and you jump onto Frank's shoulders, and you're kind of riding him like a surfboard. Oh, this is radical. That would make it Rathian.
Boy.
What do you do? Rathian?
Oh, yes. I was thinking of a joke I made. You know, you're saying like ride him like a surfboard. I was gonna say that's what he said. What do I do? Unfortunately, I can't just ride him like a surfboard like I did many others. I had to do something in this. Could I? You know what I haven't tried? I haven't tried intimidating the slime.
Yeah.
Those. Let me try that. I'm gonna try doing that.
Yeah, let's intimidate the shit out of this. All right, so 1d20 plus a 1d6, and we're trying to beat 12. Oh, yeah, you failed. You can take the fail, or you can burn some EP. You have 2 EP left.
Okay, so not that. It fails.
Can I use my EP to assist and make it succeed by making them extra spooky and scary and dark?
Yes, but it's going to cost you 6 EP to do that.
Done.
All right. Then yeah, you burn 6 EP, and we turn it into a success. So we'll add that success to it. Yes. What intimidating thing do you do or say?
Yeah.
All right.
Do it. Go for it.
The thing that I do is this. Okay. I go like this. I got my head. I'm like, you are the shittiest. I do that exactly.
I amplify their voice with the ghost voices saying exactly the same thing. So it makes it sound like a cacophony exists inside their lungs.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Yes.
That's
the
freaky.
booming voice of "You're just the shittiest." And this causes the green jelly to stop for a second. And if it had a face, it would cry, because you can see it's like as little tear droplets of acid drop on the ground.
Yeah.
Because you have thoroughly intimidated it. It has mistaken you for Juiblex, the demon lord of slime. And it has been thoroughly rebuked by its creator. That would make it Mildreth's turn. Mildreth, what do you want to do?
I would like to use my or Arcana to create a skeleton hand to pull Frank out of the slime.
All right, yes. Let's set that check at 12, and because you have your wand, it's 2d6, so 1d20 plus 2d6. 10. Oh, you can take the failure, or you can burn some EP to turn it into a success.
I feel really bad for Frank. I feel like this is kind of all my fault, so I'm gonna just spend the EP. Yeah, spend it.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be, because you only missed it by 2. I'm gonna say 4 EP.
4, okay. 4 EP down. Oh, okay. Frank, I got you.
A skeletal hand, a giant skeletal hand made of smaller, just regular sized bones, appears and shoves itself into the slime. It lifts the slime up, and Frank slowly drops out like a booger coming out of a nose. Then he lands down as the ooze begins eating through the skeletal hand. Now, because all three of you got a success on that round where I said you had to do it 4 times, that counts twice, so you only have 1 more to go. So let's roll 4d6 and give me the lowest one. Two. It eventually eats through the skeletal hand and drops down right beside Frank. It latches on like a tentacle onto Frank, and it's kind of dragging him into it as it's continuing to move, but it's only like 15 feet in front of all three of you as you're running to catch it. It's really, really close. So I'm going to set this check at 8. You just need to get an 8 or better on whatever you do to catch it. All right, we'll start with Bricen. Bricen, what do you do?
I want to try to like jump forward and grab Frank. Whatever's left of him that's still not in the gear. I want to just try to grab and hold on to him.
All right, I'm going to say that's an athletics check. 1d20 plus 1d6. $12. Yes, that's a success. You grab onto Frank and you begin pulling him back. You're having a tug-of-war with the green jelly. The green jelly is now moving towards you, trying to use all of its momentum and strength to pull both of you. That would make it Rathian's turn. Rathian, what do you want to do?
I have an idea. You know how I got
Go for it.
You know I got really spooked when I did the intimidation? Well, guess what? I'm gonna use my emotional damage spell.
Okay.
I'm set up.
Yes, let's do the emotional damage spell. To use it in this context, we'd have to do a performance check, and you got to get 12 or better to make it a success. You can't fail, but it might not do exactly what you want to do if you roll lower than 12. So let's roll that 1d20 plus 1d6. No, and we said 8, so you just got to get better than 8.
Come on. Oh, no.
You can take the failure, or you can burn the 2 EP that you got left and turn it into a success.
I mean, I have a lot of EP left. I mean, I'll take the failure. So does that mean that I should do the thing that I thought was going to work, but it didn't work?
Will remind you, you still have 2 magic potions that can restore your EP.
Oh.
So if you burn the 2 EP, next round you can just down one of those health. Actually, this round you could down a health potion, and it would give you your EP back. As this is your first
How much
show,
EP?
I'll remind you of the rules.
Would it give me all my EP back, or just a little bit?
It would give you all your EP back. That's how it
Oh,
works.
okay. Let's burn the EP then. No problem.
All right, let's burn the 2 EP. We turn it into a success. So what do you say to the ooze this time?
Hey, bitch. You are a bitch slime that needs to go back to bitch slime ooze land and get the fuck off of my friend Frank. Bitch.
You tell him.
Well, I mean, if there is one thing that just cuts to a jelly's core, it is the fact that none of them are allowed to go to slime school. So yeah, just calling him out and being like, you got to go back to slime school when he's not even allowed to go, has just thoroughly undermined this green jelly, and it just like explodes, just into just a bunch of like smaller jellies that begin rolling towards each other. And it's completely let go of Frank. But it's rolling back together, and it seems to be moving towards you. That would make it Mildreth's turn. Mildreth, what do you do?
Okay, the slime has not been neutralized quite yet, but we're very close. It's exploding-ish.
Mm-hmm. You're
Gotcha.
very close. You've almost completely caught it.
Okay, all right. Did you know that chocolate is made out of fermented beans, which is like a dead thing? So I would like to some ghost chocolate to rain down on us. I will do this as a power attack.
Okay, yes. This will be... We're still in the chase. So if you roll a power attack, you have to roll higher than 8
Yes.
for it to be effective. But it's 3d6. So let's roll the 3d6. No, it's just 3d6.
Yeah. I'm being weird and complicated and confusing.
8. You landed it right on the
That's
money. Yes. An elaborately dressed
down on me.
elf appears, made out of ectoplasm, surrounded by a bunch of gnomes that begin singing. Oompa wampa dee da. Here's some chocolate from the great beyond. We don't rhyme thoroughly, it's true, but we have chocolate for people. And then it begins throwing ghost chocolate at the jelly as the elaborately dressed elf giggles and goes, "Oh, Wonka!" And then they disappear, causing more chocolate to land onto the ooze, causing it to metabolically break down and fizzle out. And Frank uses all of his strength in his neck and back to hurl himself sitting up, and he's like, "Wow, I can't believe you saved old melted Frank. Oh, you three are you are adventurers. You are cool adventurers in my book."
Will you tell the innkeeper that? Because he keeps saying that I'm not doing enough.
Yeah. Put in a good word for us, please.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I've been 86 from the Broken Tankard Tavern on account of the fact that every time they hire a bard, I keep punching them in the face.
That was back when you had arms.
Well, that's a very good point. Now I only got a mouth, and that means I can drink.
Yeah, and he loves that. Also, you might need some assistance now, and you wouldn't want to live on your own, so I bet we could get you a spot at the tavern.
You hear, and you see New Frank or Nude Frank running. He's still covering his
birthday suit on.
Yeah, he's still covering his eggplant with the hat. He comes running back. He goes, "Wait right there. If I know one thing about myself, and it's that I am not a sentient ooze pretending to be me."
Right.
We established that.
You did. I checked you out real good.
It's even in this condition. If I was in this condition, I would want a clone of me to say, "Hey, buddy, how about we start a new aubergine farm right here?"
Old Frank? Do you mind being called Old Frank? How do you feel about all of this?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm only 27, so as long as we establish that it's not an age thing, it's just a seniority thing, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, it's about authority over.
Oh, well, I don't know about that. New Frank wants to establish that he is an equal partner in this endeavor. I'm not going to be nobody's. No.
Sure, but you've got to learn from somebody.
I don't need to learn anything. I got all of his memories.
Oh.
I know exactly how to grow the best aubergines. I know why I hate bards so much, and I know that old Frank's had a crush on you for a couple weeks now. God damn it, New Frank, what are you doing? I'm throwing you under the bus, so I got a shot with her. Anywho, we're gonna start this. And New Frank hoists old Frank up and goes, "Now we're gonna get out of here, head back into town, and get me some clothes."
All right, yes, I'm gonna check in on you because you did try to kill old Frank before. So
yeah, you can check me out all you want.
Okay. All right.
Hot cakes.
No, don't do that. I cast a spell on him. I take away his voice. I send it to the great beyond. If you guys know each other so well, then you can just communicate with each other mentally, right?
So Frank goes, yeah, I knew you'd like the original. You wouldn't be all about the newfangled. Just because he's got legs and arms, I can still hold you with my words.
I find both of you repulsive, but
Yeah, can we put an end to whatever this is?
Yeah.
really weird to witness.
I appreciated your eggplants not as a euphemism, okay?
Yeah, why you gotta use
they're good veg, yo. Don't make it weird.
I'm sorry. It's the potion. It ain't me. This ain't me. This is the slime talking.
Okay, no, it's
What
true.
the
You
hell?
are really high right now, so I'm gonna take it all with a grain of
Higher than
salt.
it-
We're just gonna pretend like it never happened. You should enjoy this show, all right? Just focus on that.
Yeah. That's
Oh.
true. Wait, Rathian, do you think you can get more concert tickets? We can give
Oh,
it
yeah, I
to
can do whatever
old
I
new
want.
Frank.
It's
There
a
won't
Bricen
be
show.
a show. The manager stands before you. The orc security guards surround him, and the goblin paparazzi are taking pictures.
Hey, I did not get permission to use my likeness or image.
When you signed with Juiblex Records, you knew in your contract that part of this world tour was spreading the green jellies to every town. By stopping the spread, you have violated the contract, and I am forced to cancel the tour.
Oh,
Okay, first of all, I thought that when you said green jellies, you meant like a tasty little jello that I would get in my dressing room. Okay, the fine print was very small. Very small. This does not go with my brand. Okay? And second of all, fine. You can cancel my tour. You're fired.
Very well. He kind of fades back into the shadows as the Goblerazzis and the orc security guards melt into oozes and then slime away.
Ew. Oh my God. How did I ever not see it before? He's
Oh.
literally slimy.
The three hellhounds come running up to Bricen. New master, we are returning to the infernal plane, but we want you to know that like you're super cool and maybe we'll write. Do you love us?
I love you so much. Oh my God, you guys are my bestest buds. I'm gonna miss you so much. You have to come visit me, okay? I'm gonna be so sad.
Well, just find an evil book on demon summoning and you can summon us anytime, master.
I'm gonna go look for that.
Let's roll a
Help with
d4,
that.
Bricen, odd or even.
Even.
Okay. Oh, the hellhounds lick you, burning your hand with their intense hellfire heat. They go, "We love you too, master," and then they explode into confetti because as demonic creatures, if they are accidentally taught feelings of love and goodness, they cease to exist.
What?
Yeah.
My bestest buds.
That is very sad for my boy.
It is very, very sad
we can get you new dogs.
that
Yes,
that won't
please.
try to eat people.
Yeah. And
They said they were gonna stop.
They're animals. They have instincts that they just can't help following, It's better this
That's-
way.
Kind of like old
I
Frank.
guess.
Yeah.
And as the three made their way back to the Broken Tankard Tavern, Bricen and Mildreth talked about the virtues of connecting with the audience and being part of a community. And by the time they returned back to the Broken Tankard Tavern, Rathian had twisted this in their malignant, self-centered mind to mean that they can start their own tour by building their own audience, and they are going to start here in Oakvale as their new epicenter to build their new brand, their new label, and start their new tour without the help of Juiblex Records.
You don't need them. It's about grassroots. It's that indie scene.
Yes.
And the three of them entered the Broken Tankard Tavern, having gained another cool adventure and another friend to their party. But would Rathian be able to overcome their crippling desire to be the star of the show? Would Bricen, in fact, find 3 dogs as cute as those hellhounds? And would Mildreth ever be able to enjoy a roasted aubergine again? These mysteries and more to be uncovered next time on Hazards and Hijinks. Wow, wow, what a great adventure we had. We had slimes, we had sleazy music managers, we had gobblerazzi's, we had clones, love revelations, songs, emotional abuse. We had everything you could want and more. Thank you so much to everyone who donated tonight. Those magic potions really did come in handy. Thank you to everyone who has liked and followed. I'm seeing on the stream everybody is chatting and huzzahing. Thank you for that. If you like what we do, please subscribe to us on here. Follow us on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Facebook so you can stay up to date. We have some great shows lined up for you. Of course, every Monday we have shows. Every Wednesday we show episodes as well. But in 2 weeks?
Yes.
In 2 weeks on Friday the 29th, at 6 o'clock right here on Twitch, we are going to have a charity event show for abortion access where we will be raising funds for RAP, which is a wonderful organization that provides abortion access to anyone who needs it. It's a great cause. We're really excited to be raising money for them. So please join us for that in 2 weeks. And the big, awesome, fantastic thing about it is the entire cast of this show. Most of the cast of this show will be there, but Jessamyn, our Mildreth Milldew herself, will be the DM for that night. They will be premiering as a DM and taking over that show, and it's gonna be a blast. We also have some guests for that show, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. So be sure to check that out. All right, but no, I'm not going to end on a plug for another show, even one as important as a charity fundraiser for abortion access. No, I'm going to end the show the way I always do, with a hearty huzzah!
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 Oh, now let's figure out who we're going to raid.
Ooh.
Yes, as we get the raid ready.
Yes. Find someone worthy of our audience. The best audience on the internet.
Absolutely. Oh, well, I mean, you could really think about like finding someone worthy. That's essentially Mildred's love life.
We don't talk about Mildred's love life. And I want to be very clear. Mildred is not DMing. Jessamyn is DMing. So
yeah,
that's just...
Jessamyn is DMing. Mildred is not. Jessamyn is DMing.
Yeah.
But Mildred is DMing Vasilia, who will also be in this show. So maybe that's going down.
I mean, did she ever respond? Did she to my messages?
She sent thumbs up emojis.
That's a good start. That's a really good start, right? You guys, that's good.
That's the best start.
Yeah. I want to just be chill.
Yeah. I mean, you got chill touch as one of your spells. All right, looks like we're going to total party chill. Speaking of chills, so let's get that raid together and head on over.
I don't know how any of this works anymore.
Yeah, thank you.
So like before there was YouTube and we had like our little outro thing where we'd have like a little chit chat that happened over other things, but I don't know if that's how this is gonna go anymore.
Yeah,
Wait,